Within Business Central, you can easily export, edit, and import your general ledger budgets. In order to navigate to the screen, we're going to click on Finance dropdown and GL Budgets. And you're going to see a list of all of the budgets that are within the system. And also you can see that each budget has dimensions associated to it. So you can not only budget by the general ledger account, but you can budget by the dimension as well. So we're going to open this 2020 budget by simply clicking on the name. And a few things to point out, you can change the screen and filter as you wish. So for example, I can show as columns. Right now I have them by each month and each period. But you can also change it so you have dimensions on your column, or you can change it so your general ledger account are on the column level rather than the row level. I can also change my view, so you can view by day, week, month, etc. We typically see monthly budgets imported, and then you can view them by quarter or year, and it will give you the results of the multiple months. Okay. And then on the bottom, you can see several filters. So right now, this is filtered by just income statement. So up here in the grid, I only see income statement accounts. You can also filter by dimensions. So right here, we see my department and my grant filter dimension. You can also filter to view specific accounts if you'd like. In order to export this budget, in order to edit it, I'm going to click on the budget button and then export to Excel. And notice there's also a copy budget. So if you'd like to just copy the budget for the next year, you can do that as well. So I'm going to click on here. So my start date is 1/1/20. My number of periods is 12, and each period is 1 month in length. I have my dimension as my filters also, so I'm going to click on the 3 little dots, and if I wanted to add any more dimensions, I can do so. Then I'm just going to click OK, and that's going to go into Excel for me. All right, I'm going to hit Enable Editing so that I can make changes as I'd like. All right, as you can see, the department code, there's drop down for each dimension. So let's go to my income statement account. So let's say here I wanted to add a second line so that I can have dimensions in here. So what I'm going to do, and as you can see, the total here is 45,000. Okay, so I'm going to add a line here. I'm going to copy this here, and I'm going to add my dimension for admin. I'm going to change this to 10,000 and change this to 11,000. Okay. Just going to save my budget, and so you will fill this out as needed. So your columns are here. It's your period starting date, so this would be January, February, etc. You would enter your budgets as needed, and if you needed more than 1 line per account, you can do so just like we're doing here. Okay, I'm going to click on Save. I'm going to drag this over so that I can then come and budget. Now I just want to import it right back in. And like I said, you can see here it says 45,000. I'm going to import from Excel. Now be careful about this option because you can just add entries. So that would add, it would not affect any of the entries that are already in there, but it will add whatever you have. But in this case, I want to replace entries because I don't want to duplicate this 45,000. I'm just going to hit OK. And I'm going to come out here and find my budget. Click Open. Okay, are you sure? Yeah. And it says it's successfully updated. I'll click OK. Now you can see this changed to 66,000. And just like my spreadsheet, I have 30,000 here, and I have 36,000 here. 30 and 36. Okay, now I'm just going to click on the 66,000, and you can see what it makes up that amount. So you can see here, I imported an amount for 20,000. And I imported another amount for 10,000, but going to the department code, and same thing for February. I had 25 and 11,000, and one has a department code of admin. Okay, and maybe I just want to make one small change. I can actually come in here, let's say March. I actually want to have a budget of 12,000 for March. I can just come in here, click on the cell, and update as needed. And then you can see this updated to 78. Once I click on that, you can see that amount of 12,000 updated. As you can see, viewing, exporting, and importing budgets can be a very simple but very powerful tool within Business Central.